Europe's most powerful politician in one of its oldest parliaments. Angela Merkel told the assembled British politicians how much she respected British democracy. But reforming the European Union, Prime Minister, don't get your hopes up.
I've been told many times during the last few days that there are very special expectations of my speech here today. Supposedly, or so I have heard, some expect my speech to pave the way for a fundamental reform of the European architecture, which will satisfy all kinds of alleged or actual British wishes. I'm afraid they are in for a disappointment.
So, as David Cameron welcomed her to Downing Street, would there be anything he could offer EU sceptics in his own party?
My objective is clear. I want to be able to say to the British people in the referendum that will take place by the end of 2017 that we've sufficiently reformed the European Union that they should vote to remain in it.
In the event, Merkel was blunt. She couldn't envisage Britain opting out of EU treaties wholesale, but she was prepared to revisit issues that dominate British politics.
If
freedom of movement means that anyone looking for work in Europe can come to Germany and get the same benefits as someone who's been unemployed for a long time, that's not how I'd imagine freedom of movement.
What David Cameron was hoping to hear from Chancellor Merkel was that she shared his vision of European Union reform. What he got instead was vague hints that she'd be open to tweaking European Union regulations here or there, but also a reminder that anything more would require the backing of all 28 member states. Some commentators, like this member of Britain's upper house, believe Cameron's already burned too many bridges in Europe.
It's fundamentally a matter of persuading partners. It's not a matter of going in there and making threats. And the more Britain makes threats that it might leave, the less likely it is that our partners will give us what David Cameron calls, and you call, concessions.
So as she left for tea with the Queen, Chancellor Merkel knew she'd charmed Britain's political class, but done nothing to harm her own position. Quite a performance. Nadim, Al Jazeera, London.